Today I will be going over the ways you as a frugal traveler can dodge the expensive Uber taxi or Skybus fares from the Hobart CBD to the airport. To do this, we'll be using our feet and public transport to get to the Hobart International Airport for under $5. There are two ways to do this. The path to the airport I chose first was via 7 Mile Beach, getting off at the bus stop at 20 Surf Road. The bus routes that come to here include 665, which begins at the Rosny Bus Mall and mainly follows Cambridge Road until it swings around through Acton Park into 7 Mile Beach where it terminates. The X65 express bus route, which departs from the Hobart Bus Mall, and instead of Cambridge Road it takes the Tasman Highway before following the same route as 665 into 7 Mile Beach. The 664, which also departs from the Hobart Bus Mall and follows Cambridge Road, but unlike the 665, takes a direct route into 7 Mile Beach, not through Acton Park. The X64, which takes the Tasman Highway and also takes a direct route to 7 Mile Beach. And finally, the 635, which goes along the shoreline through Lauderdale and Acton Park before terminating in 7 Mile Beach. But don't worry, you won't need to remember this as long as you put number 20 Surf Road into Google Maps and search directions. Google will tell you how to get to this location, either by transit if coming from the CBD to the airport, or by walking if coming from the airport to the CBD. I'll chuck up a map of how to get from the airport to number 20 Surf Road here, or vice versa. The cost going the 7 Mile Beach way was $1.92 for me as a student using a green card. This would be $2.40 in cash. If I was an adult green card holder, it would cost $3.84, or if an exact cash fare, it would cost $4.80. This would be the same if you did it in reverse. Okay, so we start this route in the Hobart Bus Mall. Then we head to bus stop A3, which is just outside of the Salvos. From here I hopped on bus 615, which departed the Hobart Bus Mall at 1:27, until I reached the Rosny Bus Mall. But I did not get off here. I waited on the bus for one more stop at stop number 5 on Gordons Hill Road, where I was greeted with such amazing amenities, including portable public toilets. Here I waited for the 664 bus, which was scheduled for 1:46, but it actually came at about 1:49. I then gazed out the window at the suburb as the suburbs gave way to bushland, and it was a pretty sad day outside, as it was overcast, but not like a nice overcast. But after driving towards Cambridge for a while, we then veered off towards Acton Park and 7 Mile Beach. And before I knew it, I was at our stop, number 20 Surf Road. Once off the bus, I kind of winged it. I had the vague idea of cutting through the golf course, but wasn't sure how that would pan out. I took the first left at Sunways Avenue and walked to the end of it, where at the T-junction I turned onto Woodhurst Road. I then walked along Woodhurst Road until I reached this gate to the golf course, which beside it has a path. I took the left turn, but after looking at Google Maps post-trip, I found out I could have went either way. On this path, which comes up as an unnamed road on Google Maps, I walked until it turned right, and then I went into the golf course. But if you want to get there quickly and properly, you can just walk until the path goes right again, but instead cut through the golf course car park to your left and walk to the exit at Groyber Avenue. I had to be different, however, and decided to cut through the golf course, which went fine, but I wouldn't recommend, as the sheltered path was very comfortable in comparison to the windy golf course. But the main thing is, once you reach Groyber Avenue, turn left and keep walking until you reach the roundabout at Gulf Road. Turn right here, then you can make your own way to the terminal. I cut through the long-term car park, but honestly the easiest way is to continue up Gulf Road until you reach Gaddy Street, which is the road at the bottom corner of the short-term car park, and turn at the pedestrian crossing and then just follow the undercover pedestrian walkway until you reach the pickup and drop-off zone, and after that just continue the way you're walking until you reach the airport terminal. Congrats! You have just made it to the Hobart Airport, the extreme, frugal backpacker way. Now, it's time for me to head home. This time I will be walking to the bus stop on Bungana Way, outside Inchura. This way has a similar walking distance as the 7 Mile Beach Way, but the environment is not as good. Firstly, I walked out through the main entrance, which is called Holy Man Avenue. I continued along here until I reached the Tasman Highway, where I had to cross under the highway and past an off-ramp onto Kennedy Drive. Then I walked down Kennedy Drive until I reached Bungana Way, which was a left turn. I walked down Bungana Way until I reached this office building, which is apparently called Inchura, and close to a lonely, quite exposed smoker's bench sits our bus stop. I waited here for quite a long time, probably like half an hour, and then from here I rode back into town on a nice, comfortable, articulated Red Line bus, which coincidentally had been acquired from Skybus's Melbourne fleet. Without any troubles, I was then dropped off bang in the middle of the expansive metropolis of Hobart. The cost if you follow this route for an adult fare is the same, but is a little pricier for students who would have had a green card, coming in at $2.40, as you cannot use the green card on Red Line buses, which run the route I used when going the Cambridge Way. So which way should you go? Well, I would recommend going the 7 Mile Beach Way, as the walk to the airport is much more comfortable this way. The main reason for this is that you're mostly sheltered from the elements on this route, and this cannot be said for the Cambridge Way, which is pretty much completely exposed to the elements, in an area which is completely unappealing. A little dangerous and just overall harsh for those outside of a vehicle. So if you have the choice, take the bus from 7 Mile Beach into Hobart or vice versa. It'll make your experience much better. Just a reminder that that bus stop at 7 Mile Beach is number 20 Surf Road. So chuck that into your Google Maps and that should get you there. Anyways, I hope this helps you find your way to and from the Hobart Airport the cheapest possible way. And remember to like and subscribe.